details. Hey, if you were given the task to look into assisted living, either for loved ones, parents, something like that, take my advice. Check out Chapel Hill Senior Living in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Hey, it's Steve Kelly, and I had to look into assisted living with both my parents. Chapel Hill Senior Living in Cumberland, Rhode Island. As soon as you walk through the doors, you just get that warm feeling like, yeah, this is the place. This is the right one. And you can tell just from interacting with the staff that the staff loves their residents. Chapel Hill Senior Living in Cumberland, Rhode Island does it right. Check out the website. You won't be disappointed. ChapelHillSenior.com.
To be on a golf course right now.
Harbor Lights has golf and then some. Located Bayside, Harbor Lights provides breathtaking views, al fresco dining, and beautiful sunsets. Celebrate summer in style at the swimming pool with tiki bar and seaside entertainment. If you're new to golf or just want some pro pointers, Harbor Lights offers weekly clinics for adults and juniors. And boaters are also welcome for a round of golf, cocktails, or delicious meals. There are also some great spaces for stunning events. For up-to-date information, visit HarborLightsRI.com.
The B101 No Repeat Workday. Great music. Fantastic. Powered by Knight's Liquor Warehouse. Offering in-store pickup, curbside, and local delivery. It's the 80s and more on B101.
This is, again, the first time we're below that million mark since the pandemic began.
Fox Business' Cheryl Casoni. Tropical storm Josephine just forming far out in the Atlantic, the earliest J storm on record. America is listening to Fox News.
This report is sponsored by the podcast The Piketon Massacre.
News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. Traffic.
No major backup sale on 95 through the downtown stretch. Newport Bridge, a little slow because of the ongoing work there. 146 to Lincoln as well. By 116, you've got a work crew there causing some slight delays getting home. I'm George Brown, News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
They had snuck in the night and committed these murders.
The crime is complex as it is gruesome.
8 people dead, all from the same family.
Find the Piketon Massacre on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, world, I'm ready for this.
Hello, darling, madam.
Oh, yeah, just keep it coming. And this. Hello, son. Long time no see. And finally, this.
That'll be one dime down. And here's your new Route 6 Kia.
Sweet. It's still a crime to pay more than a dime at Route 6, Route 6 Automobile in Swansea.
One dime down.
And you get 0% financing for 72 months.
And 1,500 trade-in assistance. That's an extra 1,500 for your trade.
I'll take it. Now, what about credit amnesty?
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. 25 grand.
It's good to be out again.
One dime down. Trade assistance, 0% financing.
And as for credit amnesty, only at Route 6, Route 6 Automall Kia.
In Swansea.
Route6Automall.com. Route6Automall.com.
$369 a month plus tax tag and fees to qualified buyers.
Niagara Pool Filling is ready for all your warm weather water filling needs. Many Rhode Island and Massachusetts pool contractors count on Niagara Pool Filling for all their pool work, irrigation filling systems, koi ponds, and much more. Any job, big or small. With Niagara Pool Filling state-of-the-art equipment and professional and courteous drivers, every job is fast and efficient. Crystal clear water for all your warm weather needs are just a call away. 401-826-7665. Niagara Pool Filling, 826-POOL.
Since the eclipse, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, hurricanes, and it's not all about climate change. Ground Zero.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
This is something else.
On News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM. The Rush Limbaugh Show is sponsored locally by Insperity, HR that makes a difference, with a local office now in Providence. News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
Fortune 500 technology executive and was CEO of the first internet radio network. He's a digital political strategist, helping the right side use new technology more effectively. He's a public speaker, sitting in for Rush Limbaugh today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Todd
couldn't help themselves. The president has announced a groundbreaking attempt at peace in the Middle East, and the way ABC had to report it was that the president claims he's reached this agreement, and we'll dig into that later in the program. This ticket of Biden's. Well, is it Biden's? Well, do we actually buy that Joe Biden was involved in the selection of Kamala Harris? If so, then the senility is deep. And I don't say that to be cruel. I always want people to understand. I know that's not a joking matter, because, of course, I've had family members go through that. But if you look at Kamala Harris, and, well, no, I would say it this way. If you look at the Kamala Harris-I, because it's more than plural in terms of who this woman is. This is someone who, when it was tactically helpful for her, she was willing to use the largesse and the help and aid of her married boyfriend, albeit pursuing a separation. Her married boyfriend, twice her age, her choice, she was a grown woman, Willie Brown. When it was tactically helpful for her, she used his aid to get a very high-paying government job of importance. And from there on out, the other portion of Kamala Harris is born, strong, independent woman. You look at this woman and understand something from the Biden family perspective. You've selected someone as VP who, and I don't know her, so far be it for me to not notice the log in my eye, but the characteristics of this woman are someone who would smile at the opportunity to have Biden out of the way. She's almost just studying her career. I obviously have not met her, but she strikes me as psychopathically opportunistic. From using this position that Willie Brown gave her, and he was the power broker of all power brokers in California, you just compare the Kamala Harris-I. You had the Kamala Harris who laughed, giggled about putting in jail parents of truant kids. I mean, look, sometimes teens rebel. And I used to work in the government schools, and I've worked with truant kids, and I know there's certain parents that can't be bothered, but I never giggled about it. I never put them in jail. Does that strike you as a memory, maybe, of Hillary Clinton? Giggling and laughing about getting a guy off charges of raping a juvenile girl? Or a teen? So that's one Kamala Harris. Or no, Kamala? We have to say it right or we get in trouble. Except Joe Biden mispronounced. Just as Tucker Carlson did and the left went nuts when Tucker did it. So you have that phase of Kamala Harris's life. Then she goes from that aspect of her many personalities of laughing about jailing the parents of teens who are truant, to now she is raising money to bail out rioters and looters, and this resulted in the bailing out of a murderer? How do these two pieces of the human thing being fit together? I'd love to know from this audience at 800-282-2882. How do you deal with this? Should President Trump go at her? Because she's there. And I heard Ken say this, Ken Matthews, yesterday. I think this is exactly right. She's there to goad the president into going on tilt and saying something that they could merchandise, the left and the liberal media big players could merchandise as racist. So how should the president approach the many aspects of Kamala Harris? How would you do it? I have my ideas. So she's gone now to raising money to bail out people who are looting Chicago, people who are destroying the country under the guise now, we're told, by Black Lives Matter Incorporated, not the people, the organization, which is Marxist, is trained Marxist, run it, they founded it. The fundraising is done by